At noon tonight, Kaukauna Utilities is breaking ground on the first phase of its water treatment system improvement project. Construction has now started on the first treatment plant in the reverse osmosis treatment system. It marks a major milestone in the project's 4-year journey.
We know the community is very eager to have this project completed, and we're looking forward to that in a couple years from now, delivering what I think will be the best water in the state of Wisconsin.
While residents there may see an increase in their utility bill, they'll also see a decrease in how frequently pipes need to be replaced. The project is expected to be completed by summer of 2028.